Welcome back. There it is. I still have it. The cheap Amazon bike. Amazing. The shifter works great as long as you only need one gear. It had brakes, but they were more just a sound effect of metal on metal grinding that was suggested I slowed down. You know, they say that a terrible workman, a terrible craftsman blames his tools. When I crashed on this bike, even the tree that I smashed into agreed that it was probably a pretty bad bike. So, what are we going to do with it? Throw it away? Run it over? I have an even better idea. I recently read about the world's lightest mountain bike, and it came in at 13.3 pounds. I want to take this Camping Survival's Amazon bike, and I want to try and beat that. I want to try and get this thing as low as I can. I know I could do things like take all the shifter off, take all the pedals off, but I wanted to at least do two things. It didn't do either one of those things out of the box, but I want it to be able to attempt to do those things. I want it to be able to slow down. It doesn't stop, but I want it to be able to slow down, and I still want it to be able to shift. I could just take the brakes off, take the rotors off, lose a couple pounds there, but I don't want to do that because I still do need to stop it. So we're going to get a weight on this thing. We're going to really dive into it. We're going to see how much stuff we can tear off, and we are going to attempt to make the world's lightest mountain bike. Come on, let's go. All right, first things first, let's get a weight on this thing. It still feels wrong taking a $100 bike and we're gonna hang it up here and we're gonna get a weight on it off of my scale that weighed just about as much. Oh my God, it's gonna be a lot harder than we thought. I thought it weighed a lot less. 36 pounds, 11 ounces. Felt like nothing. It feels like everything is made of plastic on this and it still weighs 36 pounds. We're not getting to 13 pounds. Let's try and get it under 20. That seems reasonable. 20 seems like a good number. What is that freaking noise? It sounds like there's a dang cat in here or something. There was a dang cat in here. Smokey. There's my kid's cat. He likes to sneak out in the garage when you're not paying attention and chew on stuff, don't you, buddy? All right, back inside with you. We got to get back to work. All right, now I know what you're saying, and you're saying you said you weren't going to take the brakes off. I'm not going to take all the brakes off. We'll still leave the back brake. Still brakes, right? All right, we got the front brake off. We got the front shifter off. Let's go ahead and tackle this front derailleur and I'll show you what we're gonna put on there instead. This is for a future build, but it's okay if I borrow it, right? How much tape is on this? It's everybody's favorite Amazon brand, Buckloos. Look, it even comes with a narrow wide chain ring. How freaking sweet is that? All right, we got it all set back up. So with the front brake, front rotor, the front derailleur, and the front sprocket and stuff taken off. Let's see how much it weighs now. 31 pounds. We've gotten it down 5 pounds so far. That's pretty good. The next thing we got, we're gonna put on are these sick Temu carbon bars. These things are sweet. In one of my next videos, you'll see a little review on these things, but I think this is gonna be what they're perfect for. Let's get these put on. I always wanted to try this sweet YouTube magic, and we'll see if it works. Oh, sweet! It does work, dude. And honestly, if we're trying to cut as much weight as we can off this, do we really need that much seat post? I don't think so. Don't worry about all these little guys right here. This is for a future build. That's big enough. Size doesn't really matter, does it? I'm just curious now, with all that stuff off, what it weighs before we get into the big weight reduction items. All right, let's see what she weighs. We started at 36. We got it down to 31 pounds. I had big aspirations starting out. Didn't do so hot, did we? We got it down 5 pounds. I do have one more idea for how we can maybe take a little extra weight off. Hi. Well, this was a complete and utter failure. It didn't work out. I was trying to drill holes all down through here to lighten it up as much as we could, but that has how badly the frame is made on this bike. Alright, I thought it was bad before, but it just breaks. This bike is terrible, and if you try to do anything with this bike, you're gonna die. So, I can only think of one thing that there is left to do with this bike.